Happy New Year's! 2024 has arrived, and today this is Grow Folds coming to you with another big box plant shopping video at the local Home Depot off of Custer Road in McKinney. I want to see if they actually have a restock for the first day of 2024. So we're going to go ahead and enter here and see this big box Home Depot. As you can see, it looks like they did get a big shipment of plants. So there is a restock. I know about a week ago there was a bunch of like Christmas trees, cactus, and now we have some huge Majesty palms, and this is really interesting. So they have a bunch of plants. This is the tropical mix for $29.98. So we have a golden pothos, an Aglaonema Siam, I believe, and some kind of Dieffenbachia. So you're getting 3 plants here. Now, what I find interesting about this mix of plants is we have like a low light tolerant plant, which is the Aglaonema Red Siam. And then we also have a golden pothos that could tolerate low light conditions. But then we have a Dieffenbachia that needs a lot of light. So how do you like balance that? But nonetheless, for $29.98, that's a huge pot of plants that you can place in your home. This is really cool. I've never really seen a bunch of like new plants at this Home Depot. It's been a while. And then we have some fern here. I'm going to zoom in and take a look at this. I just can't help the fact that even though this, these plants are common, like the Sansevieria right over here, it's just awesome to see that there are plenty available. And, Sansevieria, they can tolerate really low light conditions. So I think that's really cool. But yeah, we have some Aglaonema here. And now this is what I thought was really cool. So they literally have probably 20 feet of plants stacked together across. And so we have all Nature's Way ceramic pots on sale for $8.98. And the first one I'm going to look at is a Hydra Helix. I know I always gaslight like English ivy. I think it's because I'm really upset that I can't grow them indoors. I love the look of the plant. I just can't seem to grow them. Calatheas have actually been doing well for me. Like, look at this beautiful Calathea right here for $8.98. And I love the purple undersides of the plant. This Lowe's has some really good merchandising going on. They've got a lot of plants together. And what I found that was really cool is they had a ZZ plant with some neon pothos. And this is also $29.98 for this like mixture of plants. I think it'd be really cool to have actually a ZZ Raven, like a dark foliage ZZ with the neon pothos, just for a higher contrast. But as you guys can see, they've got some really cool Calathea right here. I always find this one, I'm not 100% sure what the plant ID for that Calathea is, so please leave a comment and let me know. And then we have some more golden pothos right here. That is a classic pothos, very easy. Now there are more highly variegated golden pothos. So if I was going to go add one to my collection, I'd look for a more highly variegated one. But as you guys can see, the neon pothos is the star of all pothos. It seems like it just pops out no matter what. It's got a beautiful lime green yellow foliage that I think can light up any space, and it is low light tolerant. So I think that's really good for anybody who doesn't have a lot of light. And then we have some more ZZs right here. This is really cool. I wouldn't pay $16.98 for the ceramic pot for just, these 4-inch potted plants, but $8.98 is fair. And I just love the fact that they do have a lot of plants to pick from. Yes, I would tell you they are common plants. They're not like variegated Aroids or anything. Like, look, this is a really cute palm. The thing about palms is, I'm not sure if they would be spider mite prone. Part of me wants to think they are. And then we also have this cool Dracaena right over here. That's really got some like thin, delicate leaves. And then we're going to look at some more pothos. We have some more neon pothos right here. I like that it's already trailing. I just like that when the light hits, this one's only $7.98 just because it doesn't have the catch pot. When the light hits, it just, lights up. And then we have a Proven Winners Philodendron Birkin. Now, I like this Philodendron Birkin. I'm struggling to pick it up because look at the leaves right there. They've got some electrifying white variegated striped leaves. That's absolutely stunning. Now, I've never seen like a fully grown philodendron Birkin. I've heard that they revert, but let me know in the comments if you have a philodendron Birkin. And we have a Pilea plant, or what they call like the UFO plant. That's really cool. We have a Pachira aquatica, or known as the money tree. That's really cool. I'm actually looking for a variegated version. Look, it has like the braided, money tree look. And then we have some Pothos Marble Queen. This one has some really big leaves and is starting to trail. So let's put it down and take a look at it. Look at that variegation. It is absolutely stunning. I would be curious to grow a Marble Queen Pothos up a pole and see how large the leaves are. I always tell people, when you grow a Pothos on a pole, especially like a Marble Queen, it's almost like a cheaper alternative getting like a Monstera alba, because the leaves start to get really big, and if they get really mature, they start to fenestrate. But look at this. Look at how variegated this one is. And you could almost think that this is actually a Snow Queen Pothos, but it's Marble Queen. And it is listed as low light plants, but when they say low light, it doesn't mean that it will grow well. It will grow slower, but it's just tolerant. So let's just get that straight. Like for instance, Aglonema, Silver Bay, the classic go-to, $14.98. I like that. I actually bought one of these $14.98 Silver Bays about 2.5-3 weeks ago at another Lowe's, and I repotted it in a bigger pot. But Silver Bay or Aglonema will tolerate low light, but the thing is, they will get leggy and they will not grow as quickly. So just remember, a low light plant doesn't mean that they love low light. All plants need to be photosynthesizing, so the more light you can give, the better. This one's $14.98 for this ZZ, and you can see that they've got some very healthy looking ZZs, and they've got a lot of new growth points coming out. If I were to go put a ZZ, I would definitely grab like a ZZ Raven or a variegated ZZ. But you can see that there is just rows and rows of plants. This one is a really cool one. It's the Philodendron Hope, or I think Selenium. Every time I see that though at a Home Depot, the leaves are kind of like dirty with dust and whatnot. But this is a really cool calathea. So remember the calathea that was there earlier for $8.98? Well, this one is a 5-gallon calathea. Look at how huge this is, and it's only $29.98. So if you guys have Home Depots, you might want to check it out, because they are starting to restock from for the spring, even though we're not even in spring yet. But look at the leaves. Look at how huge it is. For $29.98, this is actually a really good deal for a fully mature calathea. And let's take a look. I saw one of my favorite calatheas that I need to try to put in my collection, and this is, if I can just get this out of the way, I'm going to move this philodendron so I can get to it. It is the Calathea Makoyana, or the Calathea Peacock. Let me just try to get it out so you can see how massive this is. I haven't seen a Calathea Makoyana this huge in this like 5-gallon pot. Look at how huge these leaves are. Like, I cannot believe it. And look at how beautiful it is. This one is only for $29.98. Like, Calathea, I know, are very finicky. Who knows what this will look like in 2 weeks sitting in a big box store, but that's insane. And you can see there is a huge jungle of Calathea. We now have like the Ficus elastica burgundy right over here. These are really nice, and I love the red veining on the leaves. It's beautiful. I have one. I actually have it outside right now in the the middle of winter, and it hasn't frozen to death. And then we have some corn plants right here, or some Dracaena. But you can see this Home Depot has a lot of plants, like tons and tons of plants. It just keeps going. And this is a really nice Ficus lyrata. So if I were to go actually bring a Ficus lyrata back into my home, I would go buy it from Home Depot, because for $89.98, you're getting like an 8-foot fully developed Ficus lyrata. The only place I would get a Ficus lyrata tree would be at Plant Keeper, which is down in Dallas. That's another nursery I'm going to feature. But you can see that this Home Depot just has a bunch of very good sized plants for $29.98. I don't think that's a bad deal at all, especially for Calathea. You would think Calathea, it takes a while for them to develop, but these ones are like ready to go houseplants. You can actually take them home, make them a statement piece, put them in a nice, stylish, modern planter, and voila, you have a nice looking room with a really beautiful plant. But there are just so many plants here. Like I'm looking at this ZZ right here. Look at the new growth it's pushing out. I don't know why there's some leaf damage. I hope it's not thrifts, but look, it is about 2.5 feet tall for $14.98. We're gonna go ahead and look at some more plants here. This is another Dracaena, another ZZ. We have this like mixed pot of golden pothos plus Sansevieria, and this one is $21.98 by Nature's Way. So I'm thinking Nature's Way is kind of like the equivalent of like Costa Farms for Lowe's. Home Depot tends to get like plants from Vigoro and Nature's Way. But I love the Marble Queen Pothos. It is a classic. I would love to see like a very lush pot of Marble Queen Pothos. I would definitely die for that one. And then we have another Philodendron Birkin for $19.98. Now I think that's a little pricey. I think you can actually find Philodendron Birkin for a much cheaper price at like Trader Joe's, but this one is a really nice specimen plant. And then we have some more proven winners plants. I feel like these were plants that I saw about 2 to 3 weeks ago. They're not looking as great. I mean, we see a lot of like Monstera Adansonii. They're $19.98, which I think are a little bit overpriced for Monstera Adansonii and the Philodendron Lemon Lime. But you could see that there are tons and tons of plants, like several shelves of them. They just keep going, rows and rows of them. So I thought that this was really exciting. And for January 1st, 2024, this plant shopping tour is really cool just because this features a lot of what you would call common houseplants. They're not like trending tropicals by Costa Farms, but they are big, established, easy to grow plants, minus like the Calathea. So I think that's really cool. And the Ficus lyrata over here. So we're going to go over here. This is like the leftover Christmas cactus. And notice that, let me move that card out of the way. Notice that they are not on sale anymore for 50% off. So it looks like that window of like Christmas Eve, the day after Christmas, is the time you need to go to like a big box store to get 50% off Christmas cactus. But Vigoro has this new station of hanging baskets, so mostly like Monstera Adansonii. That's really cool. There's a little bit of leaf damage, but then we also have a Marble Queen Pothos right over here for $19.98. Looks like all the hanging baskets are $19.98, and look at how lush and full this one is. The variegation is fair. I would say that I've seen some more variegated Marble Queen Pothos, but that one really depends on the lighting you give. And obviously here is a gorgeous neon pothos. This one has a little bit of leaf damage. It might have been like brought out into the sun because there is a little bit burning on the leaves, but nonetheless, neon pothos is a stunner. We have some Hoya right here. I'm not 100% sure what these Hoya are, but look at that sun stress. Look at that leaf. That is absolutely gorgeous, and I am a sucker for just pink foliage on any plant. What do you guys think of the hanging baskets by Vigoro? Do you ever buy plants from Home Depot, like especially like these little pothos hand baskets or hanging baskets? Now we have some Scindapsus exotica. That's really nice. Look at how silvery and big the leaves are. And then we just have some typical golden pothos. I'm going to go ahead and pull this Philodendron Brazil. This is another go-to plant. The leaves aren't looking as good. There's a little bit of damage. So for me, if I'm going to buy me a hanging basket plant, the leaves need to be very full in terms of just bushy, and then also have some trailing already. I mean, that is the purpose of having a hanging basket. But Vigoro at Home Depot is a good place to get it. I mean, for $19.98, that's a fair price. This is a really cool Hoya as well. I'm not really a Hoya fan at the moment just because I had a Hoya Chelsea and it ended up getting infested with mealybugs. Mealybugs are the death of me. But let's go look at this. This is a beautiful ZZ plant. Look at how huge the leaves are. Like, that's a really big, and ZZs take a while to grow, so it must have taken a while to develop that plant. And I love the neon pothos, just a pop of color. Now this is a really big spathiphyllum. Look at how huge this is. And it is in a 5-gallon for $29.98. We have some Majesty palms. We're about to go reach what I call the jungle. Now this is freaking amazing. Look at how huge these leaves are. This is a spathiphyllum, and I think it was like $59.98 for a 10-gallon pot. So that's like a 14-inch pot. But look at how huge the leaves are. It looks like this, came out straight from the jungle. For $59.98, you're getting a nice spathiphyllum or peace lily that can really tolerate low light conditions. This is a really cool Dieffenbachia cougar. Look at how long the leaves are. The leaves are about 3 feet in length. And then we also have an Alocasia regal shields. There's a little bit of damage here, but you can see that these are huge statement piece plants at this local Home Depot. And then we also have like the Majesty palm. Now we're going to look at this little section by Proven Winners that has like their more rare plants. We have this Alocasia right here, Majestic Red Secret. I don't know what the secret is, but the secret is this plant is not as healthy looking as I would expect it to be. But we also have some fern here. We have a Ficus umbellata. I really love a Ficus umbellata. I really am tempted to get a Ficus umbellata just because it does get really big leaves. I just need to have a little bit more lighting in my home. And then we can see that there is a Calathea orbifolia. We have some more golden pothos right over here. And this is really cool. This peperomia. Let's see what the title is. Peperona sweet and sour. I don't know. That just looks like a variegated peperomia. But Proven Winners, you can patent the plants the way you want them to be. And then we have a bunch of water root plants. So this like hydroponics thing is really cool. Leaf Joy H2O bowl is this like series by Proven Winners. And this one is a nice philodendron green imperial. I like that. That's a really nice plant. We have a cool Calathea right over here. I like the leaves. This one is Calathea Thoreau for $19.98. That's a nice looking one, green on green variegation. And let's see what else we have going on here. So I'm really excited to see that the first day of 2024, I am inundated with a lot of beautiful plants. Here's another philodendron Birkins. Then we have another type of Calathea. We have some kind of Tradescanthia. Now, Proven Winners calls it a different name, but I think that's the Nanook. And then we have some cool begonia right over here. We also have a Monstera deliciosa. That's beautiful. And then we have this Nanthe plant, which is like $29.98, Sweet Dreams Gray Star. I think of all the plants from Proven Winners, this is my favorite one so far. I love silvery plants, and I love just the very dark, prominent veining of this plant. And then on top of that, it has like purple underside. So that's really cool. Here is a Calathea, another Calathea right here by Proven Winners. That's a really cool one. This one has like a lighter green color, and it has like that peacock feathers look to it. We have some spider plants right here. And then I'm going to go back to that Tradescanthia Nanook. We have a Ficus taniki, not as variegated as I would like a Ficus taniki to be, but nonetheless, it's a beautiful rubber plant. These are easy to grow. You can actually grow them in full sun, and they do very well. Let's take a look at this Leaf Joy H2O Dracaena. This is a really cool one. It's actually really cute, and look at how developed the roots are. I like that. I might actually end up getting that, but I keep looking at that one Calathea at Lowe's. If I'm going to buy one of those, I think I'd end up getting one from the live trends one. But look at this Dieffenbachia cougar. It is huge. I would say if you were in person, it is probably 5 feet tall. And then we're just going to take a look at this. So we see rows and rows of plants. We have a setup right here with hanging baskets by Vigoro. We have some leftover holiday plants. We have some huge Ficus lyrata over here, some Quarren Dracaena plants, some ponytail palm, and then obviously this beautiful Calathea makuyana. I am so tempted to get this, but I just know I don't have the space to get this size plant. And I'm going to go ahead and go outside the garden center, and you can see that there's some really cool Sansevieria starfish plant. These are really the only quote house plants that I see outside. It is cold here in North Dallas, And so I'm glad that this Home Depot is being mindful about what plants we have. And this is a really good Sansevieria. I think these Sansevieria are much easier than the other ones. Like the starfish one, I have a really huge one that has made a lot of puppies. This one is some plant that I don't know, but let's just pan out and look at all of the different type of succulent arrangements and some aloe vera. I think this is really awesome. They have some hanging baskets for succulents. Again, I'm not really a big succulent fan, but I think for Texas, they can definitely grow well just because they like those hot, bright, sunlight. And then we have some more snake plants or Sansevieria. We have some ground cover over here. And this I find very tacky. Like, why would you paint a plant these colors that the plant did not ask to get like drenched in paint? And I just think it's really tacky. But you let me know what you think if you're into that. I'm really not. And then we have a bunch of succulents right over here, some more aloe vera plants. This is a really nice Home Depot. I will be curious to see what plants they bring into in the spring, but I did want to pan out and show some succulents. I know I've been featuring a lot of just like tropical house plants, but these are really pretty. And so we're going to go back inside and just take a look at the mixed plants right here. I really appreciate all of you guys for taking a look at my big box plant shopping tours. I've gotten a lot of comments, a lot of engagement, so I really appreciate the support. I will continue to try to have daily plant content for you, so please come back and visit my channel, Grow Folds. Let your plant friends know, as I will continue to make this type of content. I really hope you guys like this quick video, and Happy New Year's. Let's make 2024 an amazing one. I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.